I'm McCA.
Hi, Wax Mannequin.
Got some questions for you.
Oh, that's great. I have some answers for you, I hope.
I've known you a long time, but I've never asked you questions.
I've never answered questions.
Now's the time.
I'm nervous.
I wrote them down so I didn't forget. What are your current fixations? Music, film, books, art, TV, food, lifestyle, trends, etc.
Whoa, that's a lot of options. I love Judge Judy. Judge Judy, she's great. She's very tough.
Why?
She's tough, and I love her catchphrases as well. You know, do I have stupid written across my forehead? I wasn't born yesterday, mister. I love Judge Judy right now. I love the new Alex Turner album. He did the soundtrack for Submarine, which is perhaps a rather obvious thing, but the more I hear that guy, the more I think he's great. Current fixations. Anything else? Books? No,
lifestyle.
I don't know how to read. Lifestyle?
Yeah. A beard's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that more than the beard being a lifestyle choice, talking about my beard is very much a part of my lifestyle.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
I have to talk about it all the time. But that's about it.
Okay. Should I ask you another question, or do you want to ask one of me?
Oh, or should I ask you?
I don't know. Yeah.
How do we do it here? Okay, here we go. Hugh wrote down questions for himself.
For him to ask me, because he's never asked me questions either.
Okay. What have been your career highs and lows?
Oh.
It's a tough one, eh?
That's a tough one.
Should I ask another one?
Well, no. I mean, no. The career high was when I traveled around with my friend Matthias in the Burning Hell and my friend Vish playing drums, because we had such a good time, and we were two bands made out of three guys, and we fit ourselves into my tiny Honda Accord because we only did that because Matthias is such a good packer, very good at fitting things in, and not only fitting things in. I mean, I can pack very well, but I don't remember where I put things the last time. Matthias could pack the car the same every time, which is very important. But it means you can't get new stuff, you can't lose stuff, because then the whole thing falls apart. But we had a great time together and toured west and back. And so that was the high point, Burning Hell and Wax Mannequin tour. Low would be probably when I was driving to Thunder Bay, my second tour out west, in 2003 probably. And at that point I didn't know how much gas you needed to get from Winnipeg to Thunder Bay. And it was the dead of winter, because at that point I would tour in the dead of winter. Because I didn't know better.
You and me both.
And so I ran out of gas, and then so I was quickly bundling blankets around myself and hoping I'd survive the night. And thankfully there was it happened twice now that I think about it. I'll recount the one time there was a fellow in a truck pulled over, and it turns out he was sort of a ranger. The province hired rangers at that point to drive that stretch just for assholes like me. And sure enough, I jumped in his van, and he took me to this little shack and got me a little canister of gasoline and some cookies, shortbread cookies that I brought back to the car. And I remember as I was filling, a cop pulled up too to help, and as I was filling the tank with gas, this rickety gas tank was spilling over my hands. And I don't know if you know, because gasoline evaporates so quickly, and what makes things, the reason why you get cold when you get out of the shower is because the water's evaporating off you. So when you have gasoline on your hands, it evaporates quickly, and it's cold because it's cold outside. So my hand was like literally like freezing, like getting ice on it, and that was a low point.
That's pretty low.
Yeah. What's the meanest thing said to you before, during, or after a gig?
Well, I do remember one time I was playing with other people, and I had a very chaotic gig. I was playing keyboards only, and I did like a 10-minute tap solo, and this musician I admired very much at the time, I won't mention his name, came up to me with his girlfriend, who is a musician I also admired, and she was like, Mayor, that was great. That was great. That was awesome. I was like, really? I thought it was a little bit chaotic myself. And she was like, no, I get it. Organized chaos, awesome, which I was very encouraged by. And then this musician who I admired just sort of looked at me and, you know, he goes, like, looks at me disapprovingly. So I didn't actually even say anything, but he looked at me so disapprovingly that the nice thing that his girlfriend had said just evaporated like the gas on your hands, I suppose. And yeah, I remember being quite upset about that for quite a while. And in fact, I couldn't even listen to his band for quite a while after that.
Well, I think you're misreading the situation. I know how he looked at you that way.
It's the same way my wife looks at me every morning. She wakes up disappointing. So.
He looked at you because he knew at that moment you had stolen his girlfriend.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're onto something.
No, I'm joking about that. But do you have a question for
Yeah,
me?
I do have a question. How do you spoil yourself, Wax Mannequin?
Mayor McCA, it's a good question.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Because I spoil myself around the holidays. My in-laws, my mother-in-law is a good cook. And every meal she wraps in bacon. And every meal ends with lavish sweets. And she always gives us lots of sweets. My wife and I, she gives us lots of sweets to take home with us, and
wrapped in bacon.
Just this Easter, bacon nuggets buried within. Actually,
awesome.
She makes this cake called kuchen. I think it's a Dutch cake. She's not Dutch, but I think it's Dutch, and it's got cherries in it, and it's like cinnamon buns covered in icing and cherries, and it's very buttery and rich. So I've had that for breakfast this past week, since Easter. 2 weeks. Past a lot of cooking. That's how I spoil myself each year.
Bowl of sugar to start off your day.